Hi everybody, so second video, and this time I'm testing out one of my very old, cheap action cameras, see if it's still working and see if it's still doing a decent picture. So hopefully, if this is coming out and it's been posted up to YouTube, it's working fine. So give you a bit of an idea of where things are at the moment, because it's been about 6 weeks since I put the first video out, and I had every intention of doing quite a few more videos, but just life generally has just got in the way. It's been pretty busy. I've had quite a bit of work on at work, doing some training recently, getting some qualifications sorted, which is now all done. And on top of that, the wife and my lad tested positive for COVID a couple of weeks ago, so they've been off, although thankfully didn't really seem to have any ill effects. So they're back at school now, which is great. So yeah, it's been a busy sort of 6 weeks really. A few things have happened in the meantime, which have been really good. So first thing to mention is I got an email from Dragon Ride Wales on the 1st of February to say, sorry, you haven't got a reserve place, so we're going to put you on the reserve list. So I was a bit disappointed about that, but I've done the Dragon Ride before, and I was like, okay, fair enough, I've done it before, no harm done. Then a couple of days later, got another email come through which said, congratulations, you've got a place, choose your ride. And I've done the Gran Fondo now 4 times on the Dragon, and so I thought, you know what, it's 4 weeks almost exactly before I plan to go out to France. Go big or go home. So I've signed up for the Dragon Devil. So that's just shy of 300 kilometres and over 4,600 metres of climbing. So that's going to be a really good test to see where I'm at in the build up towards going out to France. So yeah, so I've got the Dragon Ride now, that's happening, so that's going to be on the 19th of June. So that should give me great preparation for the French trip, which is going to be probably around about the 21st of July, 22nd, somewhere around the 21st, 22nd, so that weekend. I think the schools finish on the 21st, I think we're planning to drive to Dover on the 22nd, then I will drive down to the campsite at the foot of Mont Ventoux on the Saturday, and then the plan is, hopefully, if the weather's kind, on the Sunday to tackle the Sanglé de Mont Ventoux, which is the 3 climbs of Mont Ventoux in a day. Then, as long as the weather's okay, then on the Monday, probably actually pack up the campsite in my stay there a couple of days early, and then drive up to near to Alpe d'Huez. Probably go for a bit of a sort of a spin, kind of a chill out ride when I get there, just to stretch the legs out. And then I'm not entirely sure, again it's all weather depending. If the weather's really good and that, I might take on a slightly bigger ride and might go and do a few other climbs in the area and then finish up Alpe d'Huez. If the weather's looking a bit iffy, or it's just a case of the legs aren't feeling it, then I might just do a nice gradual ride up the Alpe, just to go and tick that one off the list. So that's pretty much more of an either or. If the first 2 days are really bad, or they're just not ideal for riding the Mont Ventoux challenge, then obviously I shall stay in the area. You know, I've got 3 days. Hopefully one of those days should factor in, you know, some decent weather, and I should be able to get that out of the way. So that's kind of the plans for the coming sort of year, as it were. I've got the 2 big rides. Recently, over the last few weeks, I've been hitting Zwift 3 times a week. It's kind of worked out pretty well. So Tuesdays have been race nights, so I've either been in the Zwift Racing League for the Ribble Owners on Zwift team, or I've been actually riding in the Ribble Winter Series so either way I'm racing on a Tuesday. Thursdays have been catching up with the Tour de Zwift, which I've now finished, and then sort of Saturdays or Sundays have been the other Tour de Zwift rides, or I've been doing some climbing rides to get the Wahoo Climbing Challenge out of the way, so it's been quite a bit going on Zwift. Unfortunately, I've now had to drop out of the Zwift Racing League team because on the last race I went over the power limits by 0.083 of a watt per kilo. The limit was 3.2. My 95% of my best 20-minute effort worked out at 3.283, and that was enough to put me over limit, and I've now been not kicked out as such, but I can't race anymore in the team for this season because I'm now classed as a Category B rider. That was unfortunate because I had a really, really good race, really enjoyed it. Myself and one of the other guys from Team Ros, we managed to kind of stick with the front group, and it was the Temples and Towers route from Neokio, and I think the problem there was that the Castle KOM and then the Temple KOM came quite close together, and there wasn't enough of a gap in the middle to kind of let the average come down before we then hit the Temple KOM, and I've got no visibility of what my 20-minute average is or anything. Had I had that visibility, I probably would have dialed it back and just tried to keep it below. But yeah, it is what it is. Thoroughly enjoyed the race though. It was really, really good fun. And you know, we got a 7th and an 8th. Felt like we'd done really well, and then about 10 minutes later the actual race results came through, and both myself and the other chap had been code 7'd, and yeah, we got bumped, so we got DQ'd. But you know, it's a bit of fun, and the racing's good fun, and yeah, it just means now I'm going to have to race at Cat B, which is going to be hard. But following on from that, obviously, you know, my averages have been going up recently. I'm not at my best FTP that I've had so far, and I'm not really worried about that. It's just about how I feel on the bike. But what's really worked out well is on Sunday afternoon decided to go up Alpe d'Huez, or Alpe d'Huez, sorry, and that was to get the rest of the elevation I needed for the climbing challenge. And it just felt good. Legs felt good, I felt good, and after about 20-25 minutes I was thinking, there's a good time on here, I've got a chance of getting a PB. So I just carried on regardless and really went for it, and fortunately, yeah, I was right. I mean, I felt good, legs felt good, and I did a PB by nearly 2 minutes, so I was around about 56:38, 56:48, something like that. So it's a sub-hour time, which I'm always around about the hour mark, but yeah, it was nearly 2 minutes faster, so happy days, yeah. So it tells me I'm in a good place at the moment, really, with regards to where I am. It's just unfortunate that the weather has just been absolutely cack recently. It's not been worth going out. I mean, I'm working from home today, so I can't go out whilst I'm working, obviously, but again, it's tipping it down with rain, and it looks like it's going to be doing that for the next week or so. So again, not really going to be going out, probably be hitting Zwift a lot more. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So hopefully, now that things are settled down with all the exams and stuff at work and around the house, and life has kind of got back to a little bit more semblance of normality, should be able to put another video out fairly shortly. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot different than what I've said this time, probably still hitting Zwift, but yeah, we'll get some races done, and maybe give an update on a bit of Zwift that way. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and see you all soon.